Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good evening. I want to present to you our group's mini project BITI 2213 knowledge based system. The topic of our mini project is TB disease diagnosis expert system. These are my group mates who have made it possible for this mini project to exist. Tell you a little bit of our project. It is regarding of TB infection disease. For your information, TB is a bacteria spread through the air from one person to another. This particular bacteria does not spread through shaking someone's hand, sharing food or drink, sharing toothbrushes, or kissing. It is known that a person with TB infection and TB disease are very different. Next is problem background. Firstly, people are in the loss whether they are infected or hit by a disease. Sometimes they don't even know if they are infected or having a disease that needs appointment with a doctor immediately. Secondly, individuals not knowing what to do after being diagnosed with TB or diabetes disease. And lastly, not knowing the source of infection is also a problem.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Akid Iskandar bin Shuddin and I will be continuing the presentation by explaining the objectives of our research. So the first one, to be able to create a system that can diagnose a patient and display whether he or she is infected or not. And the second one is to be able to display solutions to the problems of the infected patient throughout the system. And lastly, to be able to investigate what is the source of infection after asking the patient some important questions through the system. So the next one is methodology. Okay, so our study provides an overview of TB in healthcare department as well as a system that employs knowledge-based methods. So the knowledge base is constructed using facts and extracted from expert domains. So the system provided prolonged and tailored help to doctors via a method that can detect which of the patients are infected or have disease to give different form of assistance. So the proposed expert system performs diagnosis for patient's disease by asking a select number of options. Then it will ask the user to choose the correct options on screen. At the end of the dialogue session, the proposed expert system provides the diagnosis and recommendation of the treatment to the user. So we use CLIPS for the system to predict a correct diagnosis. As a result, here is the architecture of the TB disease diagnosis system that has been used to conduct the research. It represents the structure of the prototype knowledge-based system with its main component. It consists of some major components that are common for all knowledge-based systems, such as the knowledge base, users, and also the domain expert. Okay. So, but in our system, there are components are added to enhance the knowledge-based system, such as explanation facility.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Amir Faiz bin Motta. So, in our coding, we have used template function in order to store the data such as IC, name, age, weight, height, and chronic illness. And then we have also used wildcard for pattern matching in order to check whether the IC input by the user has been registered inside the template or not. And then we have also facts and rules function such as def rule IC. This is an example of CLIPS coding for a patient that has not yet been registered into the system and is expected to be infected with TB disease. Okay, let's try the coding again, but with different input. So reset, run. Insert IC, let's say I input an IC that is already inside the system. So it says your name is Amir. It doesn't tell us to register ourselves since my IC is already inside the system. Do you want to have self-diagnose? Yes. As I said before, if I entered no, it will then exit the syrups. Do you cough frequently? No. It tells us that you might have latent TB infection. Do you feel sick? No. Do you have an appetite? Yes. Do you sweat at night? No. This is data collection and facts. Data collection must be made before constructing an expert system that can contribute to society, since the knowledge-based system analyze knowledge, data, and other information from sources to generate new knowledge. We have gained our data collection from the internet. Few examples of facts that were collected are characteristics of TB disease. Based on the coding just now, when I input yes for sweating at night, for feeling sick, and no for having an appetite, it will tell us that I have TB disease. In contrast, whenever I enter yes for having an appetite, no for feeling sick, and for sweaty at night, it will tell us that I have a latent TB infection. So those are the differences between characteristics of TB disease and TB infection.
For discussion, for this TB disease diagnosis expert system, there are combination of multiple functions that we build being used to construct it. The functions are first, fact and role. Fact and role are used to declare that the main role that will be used for this expert system. It is like the body of the whole code. Number two, pattern matching. Pattern matching is used to match multiple patterns in the template so it can be inserted at one time. Number three, wildcard and variable. We use wildcard so it can be matched for the record to see if there is an existing record or not. If there is not, user might need to register. Number four, template and condition. Template is used as a reserve for data as it can contain any value and can be accessed by name. In conclusion, the system we will be able to encroach patient on what action they should take after being diagnosed. By using the assessment system, we can create it that we create will receive time to consider whether the patient need to quarantine or go to see the doctor. That's all for me. Thank you and stay safe.